How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a new edition of The Opinion, where I have my opinion and then you all also will be able to chime in with your opinion down in the comment section. So like and subscribe, because I got a whole lot of content coming for this channel, and this is the new beginning of The Opinion, doing videos on a more consistent basis. Going to be doing podcast style interviews as well as in person where I'm on screen interviews, or not interviews, but recordings and things like that as well. So definitely like and subscribe and tune in. But let's get right to it. I know I'm a little bit late on this, but let's get right into it as far as talking about the Caleb Williams situation, where Caleb Williams transferred from Oklahoma to follow Lincoln Riley out to USC. Now, one of the things I want to get out of the way really fast is that because of the rules of the transfer rules Caleb Williams is within his right to transfer to whatever school he wants, play for whatever coach he wants, and play essentially in whatever system he thinks is going to fit him the best. So this is not a video to say that Caleb shouldn't be able to do this or that because of the NIL and the way the transfer portal is set up. But I do want to make this video by basically saying that Caleb Williams was really never coming back to Oklahoma. Once he put his name in the transfer portal, he was never coming back to Oklahoma. And the thing is, I really want to lay out a timeline from the first time of when Caleb Williams put his name in the transfer portal to now taking his visit at USC, to then announcing that he was going to go to USC and everything as well. So if you guys remember, if you go back to January the 3rd, that is when Caleb Williams had put his name in the transfer portal. He had came out on social media with the statement saying that in order for him to really be able to explore his options, that of course he would have to enter the transfer portal, which is true. But he did say that Oklahoma was an option. And if you kind of look back on it, and kind of something that I had suspected even at the time, I felt like Oklahoma was never an option. That was more so just a statement to kind of let Oklahoma fans down the easy way, rather than getting in the portal and basically saying that Oklahoma was not an option and everything as well. So Caleb Williams enters the transfer portal on January the 3rd. Now, former Oklahoma wide receiver Mario Williams, who came to Oklahoma in large part because of Caleb Williams, took his visit to USC the next week, about January 8th, January 9th, somewhere in there. Now, the thing is, there was speculation that Caleb Williams was in Los Angeles around that same time, but nobody could really confirm it. But as far as Mario Williams, we knew that Mario Williams was in Los Angeles because he had essentially posted pictures from his visit with USC. Now, everybody knows that Mario Williams probably would not have gone to USC had it not been for Caleb Williams. So I guess what I'm saying is that shortly after Mario Williams visited USC, he ended up committing to USC. Now, the thing is, like I said, there was kind of like a 50-50 speculation if Caleb Williams had basically taken a visit to USC. Now, the thing is, we do know that Caleb Williams was in Los Angeles around like January the 9th because he ended up going to the Week 18 San Francisco 49ers versus the Los Angeles Rams game. He even posted that on his social media, and then later that night, he went to a Lakers game. So everyone had kind of suspected that Caleb Williams had taken a visit to USC. No harm, no foul. He is within his right to do that as well. But where the waters got muddied is that there was a lot of things floating around social media that Caleb had taken a visit to Georgia, Wisconsin, LSU. Those were kind of the main ones, but nobody was really ever able to confirm if Caleb Williams had actually taken a visit to either one of those schools. And in my opinion, I feel that all those schools were more so just rumors. I don't believe that Caleb Williams ever took a visit to any of those schools as well. And essentially with USC, Caleb had never posted on his social media that he was at USC, but now we know, which I'll talk about here in a minute. now we know that Caleb Williams, in fact, did take a visit to USC. Now, as far as Wisconsin with the Bobby Ingram deal, maybe they listened to them. Maybe they listened to Georgia in terms of NIL deals as well as LSU. But I don't believe that Caleb Williams ever took a visit to any of those schools. The only school that he took a visit to was USC. And then in terms of talking to Brent Venables and Jeff Lebby, from what we know now, the communication really broke down as soon as Caleb Williams had put his name in the transfer portal. So was Caleb really even trying to see what things would be like at OU with Brent Venables and Jeff Lebby? Now, he did have conversations with them, but I don't believe that he had much conversation with them after the bowl game. So that right there leads me to believe that Caleb Williams was always going to USC. He probably knew that he wanted to play for USC even before playing in the bowl game, in the Alamo Bowl versus Oregon. Now, the reason why I believe that Caleb Williams was always going to USC is because, one, he didn't want to make himself look bad, but at the same time, he didn't want to make Lincoln Riley look bad. Things would just look bad if Lincoln Riley goes to USC, and then obviously 2 weeks later, Caleb Williams just basically bails on the team and essentially follows him as well. So earlier this week, I think it says February the 5th at the time I'm recording this and when this video is going to be published. But earlier this week, I think Monday, Tuesday, somewhere in there, maybe Wednesday, Caleb Williams had finally posted after so long that he had committed to USC. And essentially in his commitment video, there's pictures of him taking pictures with Mario Williams. So they both were out on an official visit the exact same weekend at USC. So that right there confirms that Caleb Williams never had any intentions to come back to OU, and the only school that Caleb Williams was going to go to was USC. And the writing was on the wall. Whenever Jackson Dart transferred, Michael Trigg also transferred as well, but then Mario Williams went there. And so the writing was on the wall. We just have to ask ourselves what took so long. And really, when you look at it, it was more of a PR thing. He didn't want to make himself look bad, and then also he didn't want to make Lincoln Riley look bad. And essentially make Lincoln Riley look like somebody who basically tampered, which maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But at the end of the day, Caleb Williams basically called himself letting OU fans down. And see, the problem that I have with that is that he, like I said, he can go wherever he wants, but just announce your intentions. If you announce that, hey, you know what, I'm going in the end of the transfer portal, and hey, I'm not coming back to Oklahoma, that's fine. You don't have to say exactly where you're going whenever you announce, but just put it out there. Like, don't worry about letting people down easy or making yourself look good or look better, because in this situation, I don't feel like Caleb Williams really makes himself look, or Lincoln Riley in the eyes of Oklahoma fans. I don't think he makes himself or Lincoln Riley look any better in the eyes of Oklahoma fans. So to me, the whole thing was basically just BS. Whenever going back to January 3rd, when Caleb Williams announced that he was entering the transfer portal and he said Oklahoma was still an option. Actually, they really weren't. So that's my opinion. What do you all think? Leave your comments down below, like and subscribe, because like I said, I got a lot of things coming. I got a lot of hot takes and a lot of hot topics and different things coming for this channel. But leave your opinion down below. Do you believe that Caleb Williams already knew that he was going to go to USC right after Lincoln Riley had essentially announced that after the news of Lincoln Riley? I can't even talk. After the news of Lincoln Riley leaving OU and essentially going to USC. I'm out. See y'all later.